How's it going, everybody? Mark, Precision Auto Protective Films and Ceramic Coatings, here for episode 2 of Precision Auto Pro Tips. Today we're going to be taking care of wheels. Wheels can be a pain to clean sometimes. These ones are pretty dirty, so we're going to take a look at what the right process is, how to do it a little more efficiently, and then again, just the end goal of getting your wheels clean. So let's take a look at what we're using today. So again, as always, we're going to start with some gloves. When you're working with wheel products, usually they're a little more chemically than other chemicals. So again, we want to try to keep protection on our hands as well as keeping water off. It could be cold outside, things like that. Second is a wheel cleaner. Getting a wheel cleaner, there's many of them out there, many to choose from, so just choose one. And a third is your wheel bucket. We have a wheel specific bucket here at Precision Auto. It's got all sorts of brushes in it. Different areas to get different parts of wheels. Again, just keeping your wheel bucket separate from the one you wash your vehicle with, because the wheels are way dirtier and have more contaminants. So again, keeping the wheel bucket separate than your wash bucket, using a few basic products here. And as always, your garden hose, because not everyone has a pressure washer. So let's get right into it. Step one is to fill your bucket up, your wheel bucket that has your brushes in it, with water and soap. We're going to take some Precision Car Care pH neutral soap here. We're just going to put about a cap full, just about 2 ounces or so. Little 2 squeezes, and take your hose, put it in there. Oh, next up, like we talked about, just want to get some gloves on. Again, working with chemicals down on the wheels, keeping your hands clean and free of chemicals by putting on gloves. So your first step in cleaning the wheels, like a lot of things, is to rinse the wheel. When you're rinsing the wheel, get the wheel well as well. It's a common area a lot of people miss, kind of getting up in there as best as possible. So we're going to go ahead and rinse the wheel and the wheel well. And after that, we'll go ahead and get the chemical on. So once you have your wheel rinsed, free of any loose debris, dirt, things like that, you want to go ahead and use your chemical. So we're going to go ahead and spray this on the wheel and tire, because this is a combination chemical like most are. So we're going to go ahead and spray it on the tire itself and the wheel. Let the product sit for a little bit and then get the scrubber. So as you can see, the chemical is doing some work. As you can see, it's kind of turning brown in some areas on the tire, and it'll do the same on the wheel as well. So to start, we're going to start, just like a lot of things, top down. So essentially we're going to do the outer part, which is going to be the tire. The brush we're using is the same brush if you watched our series on how to clean your floor mats. It's a small, stiff bristle brush. This is just going to be used on the tire. While these aren't really a gloss finish black wheel or anything, you want to be careful to not hit the wheel itself with this brush, because it can scratch and swirl certain kinds of vehicles, gloss black wheels, different type of finishes. So again, staying away from a hard bristle brush on these wheels is important. So next up, we like to start with a fine wheel brush. This is kind of like a small detail brush. What this is going to allow us to do is get into small areas like you can see down here by the air cap, as well as areas in different types of wheels where it's tighter to reach with a bigger brush. So we're going to get these small areas first, cracks and crevices, just lightly agitating the chemical on the wheel. One of the final steps is going to be taking a soft bristle brush, a large one, and hitting the main spokes and areas of the wheels. Again, we already hit the fine areas, so we don't need to worry about getting too in depth there, but hitting all the areas that you have not hit yet. So just going through, really giving an agitation to the chemical itself and a nice clean. So our final step in the wheel cleaning process is going to be rinse off all the chemical now. We're going to go ahead and do that. So when you're going to dry your wheel now, what we use here is a blaster sidekick blower. You can get one of these if you wash your vehicle a lot. It helps in the drying process. If you don't have one of these, another great option is just your standard leaf blower. just a battery powered leaf blower is going to help get a lot of the excess water that's built up in the cracks and crevices blown out. So if you do take a towel to it, it's just not going to continually drip down. So again, a leaf blower is doable, but again, if you wanted to wash your vehicle more often, you can use a blaster sidekick. So after you've blown most of the water you can, this looks pretty dry to the touch, not much water anywhere, but we're just gonna make sure, just so we don't leave any water spots, especially if this is a black colored wheel or a different color, you could be able to tell possibly better if there is water on there. But we're just gonna go ahead and go through, touching up areas, making sure we've got it all. Now that the tire and wheel are completely clean, you can tell this tire is pretty clean after the scrub we gave it. There's not really any leftover dirt residue or anything like that. Obviously not looking how we want it to, so we're gonna apply some tire shine now. Tire shine you wanna apply and not drive right after, depending on what kind of tire shine you put on, because it can cause sling onto the vehicle. So typically we like to put tire shine on a few hours before client picks up, even a couple days before, depending on how long the vehicle's in and what kind of tire shine we're using. We like this tire shine, it provides a neutral look for clients. We have just an applicator pad. Basically just gonna put some on there. Using a finger, just kind of rubbing it into the pad. And we're going to take it and apply it. But also getting right up onto that edge as best as possible. And a tip, the bottom part of your tire is kind of hard to reach because it's on the ground, so when you are done cleaning the vehicle, you kind of move it back or forward a little bit, taking your tire shine pad and just hitting that one bottom edge that was covered. You'll be able to tell it did not receive enough tire shine down there just with how close it is to the ground. So that is a great tutorial on how to clean your wheel and get it looking good as new again. Thanks for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you on the next episode.